I was thinking about the world of Middle Earth as these shady villains went out of nowhere. And then suddenly I heard a gunshot. Someone's Bio 93 textbook was taken, but now this case has stretched beyond my limits. As they say, cases keep on riding me and they're going to be picking out iron out of my liver. But yet, the cheaper the crook, the gaudier the pattern. And that's when I suddenly realized that you're a tough guy. You've been sapped twice, choked, beaten silly with a gun, shot in the arm until you're crazy as a couple of waltzing UCI students. Now, if I want an opportunity, I continue on with my case and I start interrogating my first suspect. His name was Walter Dietrichson. Nice lad, computer science major, but at the same time very stupid, just like that girl earlier. I investigated his room and I found incriminating evidence of a rather suspicious looking piece of crowbar with blood on it. I reported to the authorities immediately. 2:03 a.m. in the morning, at night. I was sitting in my office, and then that same girl from before approached me and says, "Thank you for finding my Bio 93 textbook." I'm like, but what? I didn't find any evidence of that. Well, I didn't find that at all. How did she receive her newest textbook? And it suddenly hit me. That guy, Walter Dietrichson, he's the one who had the textbook. And then I confronted him in the Middle Earth jail, and I was wondering, how could you get away with this? How? Wait, no. How could you get away with this? It says, there's more than me out there, Thomas. You'll have to find me, detective. You'll have to find them. They're all around you. Didn't Laura tell you anything? And it snapped in my head. It's like, oh my gosh. She's the culprit. And in the sweltering rain and wind, I decided, oh my gosh, as I ran back to my office, only to find a dead body of Laura. The end. As I sat down and look at my psychology notes for the day, I suddenly realized the missing details. Biological characteristics, they say evolve in human bodies, to which an environment equals equivalent to gene activation in response to environmental influences. The city's rather crooked. At the same time, it's rather like an infant, I would say. And I see this girl named Vivian across the table. So I stroll up to her and I say, "Hey, doesn't it bother you at all that you're married?" She replies with, "What I want to know is, does it bother you?" These words struck me as I realized that maybe the postman always rings twice in that sense. Which I said, "Hey darling, with my brains and your looks, we could go places." And she's like, you handsome devil, I'll take you up on that offer. But suddenly, my phone rang. I decided that I could take another case of a bike thief in UCI. Taking up my police scooter, I decided to scoot around UCI looking for clues. I investigate the crime scene. Crying Latino kid. So he's like, "He stole my bike!" I'm like, "Don't worry, son, I got you." Although I'm probably younger than him. Reminds me of that one time I got that flashback from Noire as I saw her bleeding body on the floor. I thought to myself, maybe I'll live so long that I'll forget her. Maybe I'll die trying in the process. As I look around in the bike racks, I see some mysterious tire tracks. It leads up to only one thing. The bike thief went down to Arroyo Vista, the shadiest of all housing complexes, where all the Mexicans and the dropouts live. As I scoot over, like 2 hours to Royal Vista, I find out that Arnold Penaloza was in the area as well. Arnold Penaloza is a good friend of mine, but at the same time, I haven't talked to him in years. He's like, "Hey Thomas, what's up?" I'm like, "Nothing much, Arnold. You?" But I inspected a shiny little wrench in his pocket. Arnold notices and he slid the wrench back into his pants. I'm like, "So what you got there, Arnold?" He's like, "Nothing, Thomas. No worries, man. I like dinosaurs, by the way." I'm like, interesting. Arnold Penaloza always had a thing for dinosaurs. In fact, as I recall, as children, we always played it in the New York streets with dinosaurs. But then suddenly something snapped in Arnold one day. He stopped playing with dinosaurs after the death of his father, Carlos Penaloza. As I sat back, taking a break, Arnold told me, "Hey, you're gonna want to see this." As he pulled out a picture of a bike. It's like, "Hey, did you know that they're selling this in the warehouse? Southeast north of where are these things?" And I inquired as I looked upon what he had. You know what they say? Geographical diffusionism and Eurocentric history was the main cause of this. So I investigated the wet soils of which these historians speak are usually excessively wet in Aurora Vista, acidic podzels and glazed that are difficult to work in, are infertile until heavily manured. That's when I realized that there were footprints on the ground. Yeezys, fresh pair. Unfortunately, they had to be soiled in this mud. But I slowly recalled, wait a second, did Arnold wear Yeezys once? And then suddenly hit me. I found a dinosaur figurine in the mud as well. And I realized it was Arnold who stole the bike. As I confronted Arnold about it, on the train shuttle to the Ark, Arnold thought he was slick by climbing up the bus. I followed him as the lights flickered on the bus, on and off. I decided to fight Arnold. I said, "How could you steal a bike, Arnold?" He's like, "You don't understand me, Thomas, man. You think you know everything. That's why Laura died." I'm like, "How dare you?" And as I pushed Arnold off the bus, I came to a sudden conclusion. That night, Laura died. That time Vivian rejected me. That time Andrew and I ate dinner. I started to realize something. It's not God who makes the world this way. It's us. I get off the bus and I go back to my office. Everything's clear. Black coffee. Sudden development of a human brain. At the same time, I feel so empty. They say, if you look far enough to the abyss, it eventually stares back. Episode 2 of UC Irvine Noire.